richtig hältst. Ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten.
However, there are others that contributed to set these terrible events in motion, and frankly, I don't think they get enough hate. Each of the people that helped Hitler rise to power had different skill sets that allowed them to be successful and for the Nazi Party to maintain power over the German people's emotions and actions. Let's start with arguably the most influential out of all of them on the German nation, Joseph Goebbels. Born in 1987, he served the Nazi Party from 1926 to 1945 before ultimately killing himself and his wife along with his 6 children. He had many nicknames and is known as the Nazis' megaphone. This is because he was a master of propaganda with a doctorate in German literature. He was a brilliant speaker, and people commonly thought that he was second only to Hitler. He even had his own newspaper from 1927 to 1935, which held the motto, "For the oppressed against the exploiters," which is extremely ironic considering he was using these newspapers to turn Germany into a dictatorship and spread anti-Semitism and anti-communism. He was known to go to neighborhoods with passionate supporters of opposing political parties and start gruesome fights. Obviously, this caused the Nazi Party to suffer casualties and injuries, yes, but also allowed him to glorify their death within the media and refer to the Nazis that died in these political skirmishes as Nazi martyrs. Not only was this uplifting the Nazi Party in the eyes of the German people, but also hurt the reputation of these other political parties, and at the same time allowing him to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, making him a master of propaganda. While Goebbels played a major role in shaping Nazi propaganda and controlling the narrative that justified the regime's actions, there was another man who becomes the architect of the Holocaust, Heinrich Himmler. Born in 1900 and dying in 1945 due to suicide, he served the Nazi Party starting from 1929. During this time he served, he was known as the Reich leader, and he controlled the SS officers. These SS officers were also known as Schutzstaffel, or protection squads, and originally they were created in April 1925 by Adolf Hitler in order to be his elite protection squad. They later became the elite guard of the whole Nazi Reich. There they were known for their incredible brutality and their unrestrained behaviors, usually crossing the legal threshold. He was one of the key figures in the final solution, which was the Nazis' plan to kill most of the Jews in the entire world and make it a pure Aryan society. Aryan, literally meaning respectable and noble as well as superior. Aryan is typically a white non-Jewish person, especially one of Northern European origin or descent, typically having blonde hair and blue eyes and regarded as belonging to a supposedly superior racial group. They also planned to kill anyone they deemed bad blood, which consisted of anyone non-German, homosexual, or having defects like mental and physical incapabilities. Himmler, being one of the main leaders in Nazi Germany, set up the first concentration camp at Dachau, which was located in Germany. Originally, this camp was meant to hold people who opposed the Nazis like communists and socialists, but after seeing how effective Dachau was, Adolf Hitler allowed Himmler to set up more camps across Europe. These camps quickly grew in number and type. By the end of World War II, there were thousands of camps. These included concentration camps, forced labor camps, prisoner of war camps, transit camps, and death camps. Himmler played a key role in designing these systematic killing institutions, which were organized to eliminate anyone the Nazis saw as a threat or undesirable, while Goebbels made the public sprout delusional ideas, feeding them deceptive and extreme propaganda with his level of aura and flamboyance. At the end of the day, the Holocaust is a terrible and important chapter in history, and we must remember it to ensure that such inhumane acts are never allowed to happen again.